Howdy everybody, this is Neon Curbs here, and today we're going to teach you how to make a geometric portrait for a Father's Day card. It doesn't specifically have to be for a Father's Day card, but I feel like it would be really nice since Father's Day is coming up in June 21st. Fun fact, this was actually originally going to be for my mom for Mother's Day, but Mother's Day is tomorrow and I don't have a video going up tomorrow, so I just settled on Father's Day. I did already make a card for my mom. Here it is on screen right now. And actually it's going to be their 30th anniversary on May the 12th. So congratulations to them. They're just gonna have matching cards, I guess. It works out since it's their 30th anniversary and Mother's Day and Father's Day. You can just honor them all at once. All right. So let's get started. This was actually inspired by this artist. I've been doing this for about actually 5 years now. I have done this for friends, I've done it for invitations, I've done it for my family, and it just looks really nice. It's actually way more simple than it looks. Literally, you are just making one side of a face, then you are reversing it and darkening up the color. Control-R. So just bring your guide in the middle of the face, okay? And obviously this is kind of like a caricature, so you're going to exaggerate certain parts about the face. So it is geometric, so we're going to make it very angular. Burp. And actually the original artist does indeed have their own tutorial themselves. So I will link that on screen, so maybe you have a different learning style that would help if you could read. Go ahead, go and check that out. Okay, so basically follow the shape of the face. That's what we're doing for the entire thing. We are just simply following the shape of the face. And so now that we have the shape of the face, let me just put in a random color for right now because I forgot to bring in my colors right here. This is just if you are white, obviously. So obviously if that is not your ethnicity, then you're going to want to bring in your own colors. But I will show you how to do this because this is very helpful if you're trying to get certain swatches, you're trying to get certain different tones and such. So for certain, you will use this for your eyes, you use this blue for your blacks, and if you're a different skin tone, then obviously just change the skin to, you know, let's just say, yeah. And then, where is it? There it is. I don't know, that for your darks. Ta-da! You've done it. But I am not. This is my ethnicity. But since I don't have a hair color, let me just go ahead and bring in a hair color. So basically you'll just make a square, all right? Choose the color that you want. I want, for my lights, I'm going to sample her lightest. Right? And then basically you will copy it, go all the way across like so, and find the darkest color that you want. Let me go back to that dark brown that I had. There you go. Very dark. That's fine though. And go to Object, Blend, Blending options. You don't want a smooth color, we want specified steps, and we want 6 specified steps. That's okay. And this tool right here is the blend tool. That's the tool we'll be using, or you can press W on your keyboard, and you just will go where it says plus and then drag, or where the star is and drag to where there's a plus. And there you have your specified steps. So it's very convenient to sample from. That face will be that color. And personally, I'm going to actually turn off the face. This is what I do. I get the face shape and then I turn off the face and I start working on other things. So what we do is we get the underside of the nose first. So this is going to be a darker color. So it's just that. All right. And that is the underside. And it will be, I don't know, like that color. We'll figure it out. The very tip of the nose, we're going to make it into a square. So the tip of the nose is going to be the same color as the actual face. So, and then we'll work with the colors from there. If you're having trouble figuring it out, just pay attention to what colors I use. So the bridge is 1. And then we're going to go out to our nostrils. And literally, we're just following the shape of everything. That's all we're doing. Okay. And that one will be 2. So basically, you just have a slight angle, and then you go inward, and that's it. And that's for the bridge of the nose. And that will also be 2. And then lastly, for the nose, you will go at an angle. This is just to give it some depth. And then that one should be 3. And then the underside will be 4. 4. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and you might add a nostril, and that would be color 5, but her nose is not pointed that way, so her nostrils aren't showing. But we have the nose done. Literally, once you have like one side done, you basically have the entire thing done. It's super easy. All right, go in, and then you literally just copy her smile. Okay, now for this, we're going to go for color 6, and because it's the upper lip, it's going to be darker. And this one will be alright, and then we're going to do this color right here. Alright, and for the teeth, and then just make this white. Ta-da! Now it's time probably for the most difficult part, and that is the eyes. Well, actually, technically the most difficult part is the hair. That's just putting in detail. So like if you look at my mom's hair for my mom's Mother's Day card, I just added just a whole bunch of depth. It's as simple as that. It's literally just adding in triangles. Every person's hair is different, so I can't really tell you how to make the hair. All I can tell you is just look at the person's hair on there and then just copy it with the triangles. So it's kind of like what we're doing right now. Basically make a pentagram. Not a pentagram, a pentagon. Yeah, and then we're going to copy that and then stack it. We're going to make this white, obviously. And then we're going to give it shadow. We're going to add eyelashes at some point, but first, yeah, make that shadow like that. On my geometric portrait, I have eyeliner as well, so I included that eyeliner, but basically we're going to do it with a stroke that will go around like that. But if you wanted to add eyeliner, you would just make that eyeliner shape. I mean, if you know how to make the shape on your eyelid, you should know how to make it in Illustrator. It's literally just bloop, 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 bloop. I've done it. But she's not wearing any eyeliner. And we're going to make that what is it called? Some eyelashes. By doing that dark color, it's gonna stand in for a black, and we're just gonna switch it, have it as a stroke. All right, and then that will be the color of your skin, so it's kind of like your waterline on your eyes. So there you go. We're going to divide this in half just by doing a line down the middle. It doesn't have to have any stroke or anything like that. And then we're gonna grab our pentagon, if you will. Well, it's not our other half of the pentagon, and we're going to hold Shift M, and then we're just going to divide it in half. This half is going to be color number 2, and this half is going to be color number 3. Okay? Actually, I lied. It's going to be color number 3 and then color number 4. We're going to put an oval around it, but actually Illustrator for some reason decided to get rid of that shape, so what you have to do now is just drag from the corner and do that. Now we're going to take an octagon, so that will be 8 sides. Ah! And that will be her eye. Just put it behind these 2 strokes. Sorry, we're just dealing with positioning stuff. So she has blue eyes. So when I do brown eyes, I actually do the purple right here. I don't know why, I just really like it. But she has blue eyes, and so I'm actually going to take this blue. You can take either of these blues. It's really to each their own. She has rather bright blue eyes, so I'm going to take that blue. Oh, actually, I lied. We're not going to take that one. We're going to take the one next to it. Here you go. And then we're going to... Excuse me. And then I actually like to use a square for our highlight. That is the only thing that will not be a shade darker because, I don't know, it's a highlight. So like I said, that's probably about the most complicated part of this entire thing, is making that eye. And then we'll just have her eyebrow. I can't really see her eyebrow, but she's my sister, so I kind of know what they look like. So bloop, bloop, bloop. She has some rather light eyebrows. It's a real thing about her. Okay, and that's it when it comes to females, okay? When it comes to males, that's an entirely different story. When it comes to males, you can add in a 5 o'clock shadow. And that's how you would make a 5 o'clock shadow if they were like clean shaven. If you wanted to, really, it's up to you. She's not a man, and that looks weird. So we're gonna get rid of that. And then, actually, for females, I like to add in little rosies. Little rosy cheeks. For the neck, that's another thing. Literally all you have to do is go like, oh look, here's a square. Follow the shape of the chin. This will be second darkest shade on this side. And then we will go, the neck comes to about here. And then we go here, at an angle, whatever angle you want. All right, hold shift, go straight across, go back up, connect. And then that will be, and then you will go from here, angled from the neck. And that will be shade number 2. You're gonna have a little triangle that is also shade. And then literally you just like, from here you just choose your clothing. From here, like basically you will just follow the shape of the hair. Okay, and then like, I don't know, I'd have it like that color. Cool. Okay, so from here, what you're going to do is you're going to just take it, transform, reflect, okay. And then you just line it back up. All right, so now what you're going to do, so you see your portrait, yeah, we're basically there. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna make everything a shade darker. So this will be the darkest shade. This will be shade number 2 on the skin. And then everything that's shade number 2 will become shade number 3, etc., etc., etc. And also, this weird thing about the highlight does not belong there. So you will put it back to where it belongs. So roughly about there. Okay, so yeah, that's one thing. All right, yeah, so there you have it. You literally just do that. Now, let's do a speed run of me making my dad's Father's Day card. So that's all I did for my personalized Father's Day card. I feel like this works really well for dads because, you know, geometric. I don't know, whenever I think of geometric, I think of my dad. I'm like, yo, my dad's a very geometric fellow. If you want to follow the same layout, I use the fonts Gastromond Regular and Signo Bold. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave them down in the comment section down below. If you want to see more content like this, consider subscribing and hitting that bell. I do graphic design on Tuesdays and gaming on Thursdays, the double G's. Thank you guys for watching. I've been Neon Curbs and light up with you later.
Pesky bugs, you pesky. Too pesky.
Spiders aren't bugs.
Yeah, pesky bugs.
You'll probably know it has something to do with spiders. Spider-Man does whatever Spidey can. With great shapes comes great minimalist ability.